What's cooking?
Potatoes and onions.
Well, how do you like that? Brent gets to eat his potatoes and his onions with his salt. Well, Dan is forced to wallow away on lentils.
Ah, crap, I fucked up.
Well, at least there's some justice in this world.
Shut the fuck up.
So, Brent, for the folks at home, why don't you explain how to fry potatoes?
Well, first off, it's pretty easy actually. You just cut up your potatoes, and then you cut up your onions, and you fry your potatoes for a while, and when they're about halfway done, you add your onions in, because you don't want the onions to overcook.
How can you tell when the potatoes are halfway done, Brent?
When, you can taste them. That's probably the best way of doing it. That's what my former boss always told me to do. Alright, and voila. Wait, take that. Did I say it right?
You said voila instead of voila?
No. Voila.
No, it's voila.
Voila? Voila?
Voila.
Voila.
You use a V, but it's pronounced almost like a W. You understand how to do that?
Voila?
Voila.
Voila.
Voila. Voila.
Voila. Alright, and here's potatoes and onions.
Now, whatever Brent may say about lentils and their taste, they provide an excellent source of fiber, protein, and iron. And they're damn easy to make. First, boil water. The simplest thing in the world. Second, scoop out a desirable amount of lentils. Now for me, no more than 4 ounces is needed in 1 serving. And I'm going to show you how much. That's what I'm cooking right there. Half a cup of lentils. I'll show you the plate later on. It will be filled to the brim with lentils. It's delicious. Fish a couple of lentils out while they're boiling. Check to see if they're done. You just need one. Once they're soft, they're done. Alright, when they're done cooking, just go ahead, take them off the heat. Strain them out to get rid of the water. Pour them on your plate. But wait, there's more. And that, my friends, is 4 ounces of lentils. Top with your green leafy vegetable of choice, in my case spinach, and you have a meal. Alright. When you're starving and your caloric intake is in the basement and you don't have any money for food, there are certain things you have to do. You have to find some way to eat cheap. So I took a look at history and thank the Lord I thought of my grandfather. My grandfather used to make traditional Indian fry bread. You see, back when the natives were forced onto reservations, they were given rations of food instead of being allowed to hunt and gather as they'd done before. And with that rationed out flour and lard, they created fry bread. Something that is, well, it's not really good, but it kept them alive. In fact, it's actually pretty high in cholesterol and fat and contributes to Native American diabetes. But, in my case, fat and cholesterol are what I need. So, it's a very simple recipe. You take 3 cups of flour, you add 1 tablespoon of baking soda, and you add 1/2 of a teaspoon of salt. Put it in a bowl, add 1 cup of warm water, and then mix it together.
Where you guys can't afford it.
Now after you've mixed up the dough, you're going to cover it and let it stand for 15 minutes. Now that you've let it stand, the next step is to take bits of the dough and roll them into about egg-sized pieces. Need more flour in my hand. You just want to go ahead and roll that into as flat of a disc as you can make it. Great. Now, when you have your little disc made up, it's time for the key ingredient that makes fry bread more fattening than regular bread? Water. Or in my case, because I'm cheap, vegetable oil. The Indian fry bread is rather easy to make, kind of like the guitar. Easy to learn, difficult to master. Apparently, this isn't the greatest batch ever. You get no complaints from me. Ladies and gentlemen, my little cousin, Canova.
Special guest star.
Special guest star. He actually eats real food and then laughs in our face.
So look at the breakfast he made.
Look at that.
Bastard.
Look at that.
He eats like a king.
He eats like a king and we're the peasants. Okay, now it's time for a delicious Sunday dinner. And for dinner tonight, I will be making vegetable soup. Now I have hoarded all my vegetables together for this one chance to make it actually tasty and fulfilling. So here it is. Spinach, pieces of broccoli. I even used the trunk part. A lot of my carrot, quarter of an onion. The insides are the jalapenos, and the outside is what I put in my rice. 1 clove of garlic, and some leftover lentils from the other day. The first step is going to be frying up the ingredients, and I'm going to fry first. Just kind of like, caramelize the onion, get the juices out, if there's any to be had in some of the other vegetables. Then I'll put them all in a large pot of water, bring it to boil, and simmer it for a few hours. All in all, it should be a really easy process, and hope to God it tastes good.